Welcome to Volunteer Tracker. This implementation task involves setting up table entries for languages and races if you would like to capture that information for your volunteers. Both of these indicators are optional fields and can be hidden from the volunteer application if you want. So let's look at how to set these up. As an administrator, you have access to the tables and settings page, and we are going to start with the languages table. So these are very simple to set up, but your volunteer tracker does come with a base set of languages. However, you can certainly add as many of these as you would like. Simply click on Create New Language, and in this case, we're going to type in Other and Submit, and this is now going to be available on your volunteer application. There are some languages that come standard with the volunteer tracker. If you want them removed, you can use the checkbox to click on those and delete selected language. And so you can delete those and get the list exactly how you want or need it. Now the race table is going to work the same way. We'll go back to the configuration settings menu and then under race. And so you're going to have a list of standard items. Simply create a new race if you need one. Type in the name of the race. We'll say prefer not to disclose in this case. Submit, and that will put that in your table. And again, you can delete any of these that you would like. Now, if you decide that you don't want to have the race or language showing on the application, we are going to go back to our configuration settings. And under configuration, this is all of the settings for your application form. We have the option to include language selection on your form. If you select no, it won't show up. And then you also have the option to hide race. If you select yes, that you want to hide the race, selecting the race will not be an option on your volunteer form. And then once you select those the way that you want them, you just go down and click Save. But I am going to show you what those look like on the application. And so in a new volunteer application, the volunteer will have to fill out all of this information first. And once they select their preferred activities and click Set Activity Choices and Continue, those options will appear after that. If you want to give volunteers the option to decline a response, you can simply create an option titled Prefer Not to Disclose, like I did with the race option, or Other under Languages. And if they identify with multiple categories, they are able to select multiple categories. And so now I'm going to show you how helpful that can be, what it looks like once the volunteer is in the system. So if we go to our approved volunteers, and if we expand the volunteer profile, the languages that they selected in their application will appear down here. In this instance, this particular volunteer knows American Sign Language, French, and Spanish. The race won't show anywhere on this view. It only shows if you open up the volunteer application. But in this view, you can also search. Let's say you are looking for a Spanish-speaking volunteer because you have a student that needs translation. We can search for Spanish to filter it down to people with those Spanish-speaking skills. And this indicator is going to update with the number of volunteers we have that fit that criteria. And that's all there is to setting up your race and language tables. If you'd like to adjust those, you can do so. We will be reviewing this in our final review, but this would be a good chance for you to go in and make those selections. Thank you.